Like, I wrote an opening for this and like, I hate it.
Well, we have to hear it.
No, I legitimately can't.
Come on.
Have you ever woken up and you thought, wow, it's really dark. I could use a hand to see. Well, what if you meant that literally? Yeah, I'm talking about the Anthropologie hand lamp.
Oh, it was so bad.
I told you! So I saw this lamp from Anthro and it immediately transported me into like a secret, dark, magical fantasy library. And I need that in my life, personally. Then my eyes snagged on the price, which is about 500 bucks. So I'm gonna see if I can try to make it for a little bit less, and I'll tell you if I liked making it, if I'd make it again, or if I probably should have just picked it up in the first place. Now, to get my hands on a hand. So I had just a couple of ideas for this. Option number one, paper mache. Look how much fun they're having. And then I realized I have to do the whole project with just one arm, so that was a no-go. Next option was casting my hand in concrete. I'll be honest, I bought all the stuff for this. I just wanted to have a creepy arm that was my literal arm in my living room. But then I looked at the dry time. It takes 15 days to get dry before I could paint it. Also, it's pretty freaking pricey. So, yet again, a no. So, I was feeling pretty low. Didn't have any other ideas, and then suddenly, it hit me. Mannequins. And that's how I ended up with a box of hands I bought off the internet. I'm trying to hold hands with it, but its fingers are too small. It only wants a firm handshake. The biggest problem I have with this hand is that the fingers aren't doing anything for me. Let me rephrase. The fingers are kind of static looking, and this thumb isn't out far enough for me to put the wire to have the light bulb hang. Ideally, what would happen is this thumb would be farther out and these fingers would be more curled inwards. I don't think I can get that exact shape, but I would like to get somewhere closer, which means I need to bring in the big guns, the heat gun.
So I set my heat gun to hotter than heck and just started blowing it directly at the thumb, which felt really weird, and honestly thought it wasn't doing anything until I went to go move it and it felt like literal jello.
Oh. Ooh, it's starting to bend.
Definitely wear heat-resistant gloves while doing this. Mine had a weird pattern on them and they were leaving marks that I didn't want, but I really should have just left them on because this thing was hot. I put the thumb in the position I wanted, then held it in place until it cooled down.
Okay, so from the front, amazing. From this side, pretty good. Now the back, on the other hand, looks a little tortured. Once I spray paint it brass, I think that's gonna cover a lot of the sins. So I think we can move on to the next part. So I need to check if there's still a space where the wires can go. So first things first. Was that graphic?
I needed to add a place at the top of the thumb for the wires to come through. For some reason, I thought I could drill into a rounded, smooth surface, which obviously didn't work. So I just used my box cutter instead. This worked way better.
I cannot tell if there's a hole down there or not.
And yeah, with my perfectionist side, I couldn't leave the back of the thumb looking that tortured. So I grabbed some air dry clay I had lying around from a different project and just shoved it in all the nooks and crannies. I used water to smooth out any unwanted fingerprints and to make a better transition between the clay and the plastic. To finish this part out, I just went ahead and added another opening at the bottom of the arm since the wrist already had one, though I didn't anticipate that the extra arm bits would fall inside, making this nightmare creation.
Oh no, I made a maraca. That's never coming back out. While that's all drying, we can work on the base. So I took a trip to the dollar store, or as it's more accurately known now, the $1.25 store, and these are the winners. So I'm going to cut off this straw, I'm gonna fill the hole where it used to be, then I'm gonna put 2 new holes straight through the center of both of these so the wires can go through, and then another hole at the side so the wires can come out the back as well. I wanna clean that up a little.
Oh, that looks great. What the hell are you talking about? Why are you being so mad?
Because I want it to look even cleaner.
Babe, this is the back. You put the thing through. You never see it. Stop crying.
I'm crying. I bought a kit to wire my lamp up. It's got everything I need except for that really pretty like metal detailed intricate light cover thingy. So we've got to get crafty. I'm going to be using this random mason jar lid I found in the back of my closet. I'm just gonna make a hole in the center that's big enough to fit this light kit. Then after the hole, I'm just gonna glue these two pieces together so they stay. And for the intricate detail, I bought this for 25 cents at Joann's, and I'm just gonna run that around the outside edge.
I needed to make an opening where the light bulb holder thing could go through, so I traced out my circle, then made a million tiny little holes with a hammer and nail to create a cutout, which I pried out with a pair of pliers, but not with a pair of gloves on, which was a huge mistake as I cut myself almost immediately.
But you did it!
Don't look.
I'm not looking. Don't look.
It's just a little blood. Don't demonetize me, YouTube.
Wear gloves, don't be dumb like me. So, with the cutout done, I used an E6000 to attach the lid to the rim, then I took some lace and just quickly hot glued that around the side.
Wow.
Like a tiny growl.
Why does this look like something that terrifying kid from Toy Story would make? Let's connect these bowls.
This process was really just a lot of gluing and waiting for that glue to dry, and me not waiting long enough for that glue to dry, so then having to re-glue and wait again, which is exactly what I did with the two base bowls. Then I went ahead and strung the wire up through the individual pieces, made sure I had enough wire coming out of the thumb to do the electrical work later, then, you guessed it, more gluing. Glued the arm to the base, glued the wire to the thumb, and let all that glue and clay set overnight.
Hi, it's a new day and welcome to Electrician Connie. The Connie who does not want to get electrocuted. Researched it up, I think I've got it under control. I've wired 2 other lights in my life, so this will be the light of my life. Why did that sound so cute? These are the lights of my life. So this will be my third. What could go wrong? First thing you gotta do is separate your wires. Actually, I shouldn't have done that first.
Then remember that you should have already put the cap on and just string that on real quick. Next, it's time to do an underwriter's knot. So let me attempt to walk you through it.
Okay, we're gonna take this wire, we're gonna put it back here. We're gonna take this wire, put it around. Now, come with that same wire you just used. Come around the back and up.
You did it! You're a professional sailor! Now we gotta connect the wires. Feel on the sides of your wire, the smooth one is your hot wire. It needs to wrap around your gold screw. The one with the ridge is your neutral wire, and it needs to wrap around your silver screw. Or as I chanted, smooth, hot, gold, ridge, neutral, silver. Smooth, hot, gold, ridge, neutral, silver. Make sure your screws hold the wire in place, then put it all together, push the bottom half into the cap until it snaps in place. You have now successfully wired your lamp.
Got it! Like that.
And the only thing left for your base to be finished is to glue on the mason jar lid.
Now, it's time to pry! Sand!
I taped out the inside where the light bulb was gonna go, then I did a light sanding on any section that was too glossy just to make sure the paint would stick. Then it was time to prime. This is when it went from Frankenstein's monster to starting to look like something I might put inside. After letting that dry, I went in with the gold hammered metal spray paint. I wanted there to be a little texture to make it not look so plasticky. I really liked the effect that this gave. After that dried overnight, the last thing I needed to do was find a light bulb that was the right size, and then it was time for the reveal.
Okay, let's talk logistics. So time-wise, this took me about 2 days, and that's with like the dry time. Skill level, this was pretty beginner friendly. Even the wiring kit, which I know could be like a little bit concerning to some people, but honestly, this is only my like 3rd time trying one of these, and I did it on the first attempt, so I know you can do it too. All in, it was right around $50 as opposed to the $500 for the original lamp. And that's also including things like the entire tub of the air dry clay and the spray paint, all of which I didn't like use every part of. Okay, time for the payoff. Are we ready? Because I need to check if it actually turns on. Okay, let's go check it out. Moment of truth. Okay, I forgot it was a 3-way bulb. I did it first try.
This project had a lot of small, tedious things to do, but other than that, it was super easy, and I love the finished product. And look at that, it's unintentionally adjustable. So yeah, it's DIY approved. If you guys like this video, please give it a like, and if you want to see more crafty content, please subscribe. I've got more episodes coming your way.